Welcome back. Mortgage rates have been jumping above 3% now for the first time since July. Take a look. According to Freddie Mac, the 30-year fixed rate has risen to 3.02%. Joining me right now is DeBianchi, a real estate founder, Samantha DeBianchi. Samantha, thanks very much for being here. We've been talking a lot about this backup in interest rates. Has it impacted the housing market? As when we were talking about rock bottom rates, the housing market was really one of the most important growers of the overall economy. Is that still the case?
Sure, 100%. People are more motivated now more than ever because, when you're seeing an increase in mortgage rates, you're going to say, well, I want to make sure I'm going and buying now and taking advantage of still very, very low rates before they continue to increase as they are expected to do this year. To put things into perspective, if you have a $100,000 loan, it could be another $10 to $20 a month, which might not seem like a lot, but you add that over the course of a year, and with increases, it's only going to become more. That might motivate you to enter into the buying pool. But being a buyer these days, that's not exactly the best position to be in. It's not exactly a ton of fun when you have bidding wars left and right.
And because you've got prices having moved up as well, particularly in some parts of the country. Look at South Florida, seeing a huge real estate boost this past year. Do you think that trend continues? Are more companies flocking to the state as well?
Yeah, so if you asked me earlier on, I would have said, I would see this boom maybe lasting towards the end of the year, early next year. But like you said, with all of these companies moving here, I'm thinking at least 2 years. I can't emphasize enough this frenzy that we have. It's a totally different way that I now do real estate. It's not like I list a property and I have individual showings. Now I list things on a Thursday. I have an open house weekend, and it's sold like in an auction style. One of my recent listings, I had 50 people show up on a Saturday, a 3-hour open house, 50 people. And the next day I had about 60 plus people. We had a bidding war, about 10 different offers, and it's just nuts. There's not enough supply. And this isn't just South Florida. This is really all across the country.
Wow, that's pretty incredible with these rates like that. All right, we'll keep watching that. That's certainly one corner of the economy that is on fire, Samantha. We'll keep checking back. Thank you so much, Samantha DeBianchi, joining us there.